Hey guys, Striker5570, and today I'm just taking apart my AR15, and you can see inside the receiver where I milled it out. Pretty cool. But anyways, this is going to be a quick little video on just polishing the trigger contact surfaces just to make it a little bit smoother. I'll put in the clip right now of what the trigger was before this. Alright, so basically the two contact surfaces you have in your AR15 are this surface here is touching this surface right here on your hammer. Get a nice view of that. There we go. You can see there's a little shiny sharpness to the edge, and we're just going to try and even that out. It's not really that polished on the inside of there, so we're going to try our best. There we go. Yeah. You can see that shiny edge. That's where the trigger breaks off of the hammer. So we're going to try and smooth that out just a tad, and also smooth out the top of this already. I've already started a little bit, and you can see some of the striations where the metal was not quite even. You can see some of that. And what I'm using is some of my knife sharpening stuff. This is the really fine block. This is the 1000 grit block. I have this whole knife sharpening set. Very good, by the way. All my knives razor sharp. I don't really use the jig so much. This came in. I'll put a link to Amazon where I got this kit. I'll do a separate review on this kit in the future. But anyways, the finest stone here, 1000. I'm just rubbing it on the surface of the trigger, and it seems to be working so far. And I'll keep working at this, and I'll show you guys my progress. All right, I've been rubbing the stone on here for the past 5 or so minutes, and this is the finish so far. You can see it's wearing away some of the high spots, so it is working. But I will keep going. Alright, just so you can see what I'm exactly doing, real quick, here's the trigger in progress so far. It's coming along. You can see it's nice and shiny now. But basically I'm holding this in one hand, and I'm holding this in another, and then I'm just rubbing back and forth on this. And I'm also making sure to keep the oils off of this, because this is pretty much impregnated with oil from using so much. So I'm wiping it on a rag every so often, because when you rub two really flat surfaces together, there's no room for the oil to go, so it causes this to bump up and down. And you don't want that. You want this to be a perfectly smooth surface. You want to make sure both these surfaces are dry. However, when you do that, you do want to make sure you wipe this off with a rag every once in a while, so you don't get metal stuck in your stone. So just hold both pieces and rub just slowly back and forth until you have a essentially mirror finish on here. You can see it's pretty shiny right now. That's the front face right there. That's the top face. I got it as best as I could, but you see some of the tooling marks are revealed when you do that. There's just some fingerprints on it right now. I might just go over it a few more times with the stropping pad, which I have right here. So just rub this against that a few more times before I put it back in the gun, and we will hopefully see some improvement. on the hammer, I didn't want to change any like geometry or anything like that, so I just ran the hone over the hammer just a little bit, if this will focus at all. But you can see it just a little bit. There we go. It's better than it was. It was just shiny from wearing in, but I don't really have anything small enough to fit in there, so I just kind of ran it on the side of the file, or side of the hone, just like that, a few times. I don't want to change any geometry here, but pretty much I just polished that. Didn't even really take off any metal. Like maybe half a thou. I measured it a few times on here, so not much at all. So let's put things back together, see if we made a difference. Alright guys, I'm back. Everything is in place. So it feels quite a bit smoother. I didn't reduce the weight any. I'm just looking at how smooth it is here. It's still about 7.5, 8 pounds, but it does seem quite a bit smoother. I don't know how well. You can see there's a little bit of take up. There's actually hardly any take up at all. Any pulling is actual right there, but you see there is a little bit of creep for brakes, but it is a lot smoother creep than it was before. I'm sure I could pull it out and file away a little more, but I'm really not trying to mess anything up. But if you guys are trying to do this mod, do it at your own risk. If you're not looking to mess up your gun, they do have drop-in triggers if you're trying to drop $200. But if not, like, this trigger works fine, and so I guess it was just a successful mod. We'll take it to the range and we'll see how it does.